Underway, a little bit of a slow start for Bruno, and Ungaro just touching wheels with it on the outside, and Ungaro's over. Yeah, that was either some really clever driving or, yeah, I'm not quite sure what to say about that. It is Coelho out front. We have Martin Bayer second, and a recovering Ungaro into third. A little bit of trouble over the ski jump for Sartell, and I think that's Walenka. Bruno jumping that into that straight just a little bit. First, second, and third together. Over the Jeep jump they go. Stick with the car in first, please. And Bayer getting it all wrong on the big triple. So that leaves Ungaro up to second. Neil Craig is third now. Lee Martin in fourth. Let's go back, please, to the next car. Bruno's out in front, in control, looking nice and controlled. It's the two associated drivers of Ungaro and Neil Craig now battling for second. Down the main straight they go. 3 minutes 45 on the race clock. And Ungaro does the triple. Craig does the double single. Over the Jeep jump they go. No problem that time. A little bit heavy landing for both of them. They're just making sure they clear the top of that triple, because it's a heavy, heavy punishment. If you case it, your car most of the time flips over. Bruno is checking out. Under no pressure, he's just going to make it kind of like a little qualified session, but joining the party for the battle for the second is Lee Martin. Craigie looking for a way up the inside through there. Still double single for Craigie. On the corner tabletop, Ungaro taking a bit more of a risk trying to jump that corner into our Jeep jump. And the big triple. These first three drivers over that, no problem. Our leader now into the tricky double. It actually looks like they are closing up on Bruno just a bit. Off of the steps now, 2:45 on the clock. Coelho, Ungaro, Craig, Martin, and then it's Bayer. So it's Lee Martin, then Martin Bayer. And it's settled down just a bit. It looks like Ungaro's getting his rhythm now. He has pulled just a few meters on Neil. And they're, well, I guess they're just spacing out just a little bit. Still 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Over the big jump in the middle, giving it plenty of respect. Bayer's coming up on the back of this battle as well, and Bayer's giving it all beans, but Bayer getting stuck just after the tricky double. That's going to see his chance of battling for second disappear. Our leader is going towards the top corner. The lead last time around was 2.3 seconds, but we are watching the battle for second, which it just seems to be fizzing out. Ungaro seems to be getting the better of Neil. Neil's gotten the better of Lee, and no one's really that close to each other. On the timing, of course, it's going to be very close, but on the track, there's no real challenging going on. I say let's go back to the car in front. Let's show a bit of Coelho, please. Over the triple, and I'll keep my eye on this other battle. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. If anything happens, we'll be straight back on it. Neil getting out of shape on that corner tabletop, but he lands it no problem. Over the Jeep jump they go. Second, third, and fourth, that is. Coelho's into the drop-off now. And definitely Ungaro is looking a little bit closer to Coelho. Of course, make no mistake about it, Bruno will know exactly who it is and exactly where he is. 1 minute and 5 seconds left. The gap is 1.9 seconds, so Bruno's controlling the pace at the front. That's what I'm going to say. Doesn't need to do anything stupid. Ungaro, of course, pushing on. Neil seems settled in third. He's sort of out of the battle at first for the moment. Going to need a mistake. 45 seconds to go. So if you go back one car, you can see David Ungaro, please. 1.9 between these two cars last time around. 1.9 this time. And, of course, Neil and Lee right together. Neil getting stuck just after the tricky corner. He's going to give up a spot, quickly marshaled. But now Lee Martin third and Neil Craig is fourth. 23 seconds on the clock. Coelho over the big jump. I believe we're on Ungaro now. Go one car forward, please. So we're going to finish with Bruno Coelho now. Indeed, he's on the screen. Over the big tabletop. Nice and steady through there. They are starting their last lap now. And Lee's going to get through for another lap. And Neil has finished. So Lee's through for another lap. The first 3 cars are through. So we're watching Bruno Coelho now. Underneath the crossover, taking nice and steady over that little tabletop into the big jump section one more time. Taking a nice and steady, well, as steady as you can for having to go full throttle down that thing. On the drop off, hanging a left, over the doubles, nice and steady, taking A main number 1, Bruno Coelho.